I have a special guest with us. We're going to talk about the VR6 build that we're doing on Ian's car. So he did the thicker head gasket. It's supposed to lower compression, and then we're going to do a tune on the car that's set up for turbo. So he's already sent the ECU off for that, and so we're putting this turbo on there. I took some videos so you guys can see what turbo we're going to use. So we should be able to make pretty good power on this, but I'm thinking that it's probably going to spin a lot of tire. Now this is a VR6, so it makes 201 foot-pounds of torque stock. Or maybe that's horsepower. I can't really remember. Ian knows more about this car than I do. I think it's about the same torque as horsepower. I'll have to look that up and put it down below. So here's a couple videos I put together. You could see where we installed the head. We did the head gasket spacer. Ian built a turbo for it and installed it. This is Ian's turbo build for his Volkswagen GTI. We used a 62mm compressor wheel and then a 64mm turbine. He also took the inside of this and flared it out, so it's a smooth transition to the anti-surge port, and then he took this and flared that out. The turbine side is our .82 T3 turbine housing, and we use a 64mm turbine on that side. So he took this, flared it all the way in, and these turbine housings we already have available, so if you want to buy just the housing, you can buy just the housing, or you can buy the whole turbo. I'll leave links to the turbo down below. The results we've had out of this turbo so far, I had a guy with a BMW make 718 horsepower. I think that was at 33 pounds. So you can probably make up to 750. The 718 horsepower, or yeah, 718, that was on E85 too. So if you don't have E85, then you might make a little less than that. He also ground the flange down here, so I could just put a 2 1/4 inch coupler on there. We can grind that down, or we could just leave it for the Dodge. It just depends on what you're trying to put this on. If you plan to use this on the Dodge, you may as well just leave it with the flange on it, and we could just not grind it down. I think, yeah, the version we have listed on Amazon does not have this ground down. I think on eBay it is ground down, so if you need it one way or the other, mention it at the checkout so we know exactly what you want. Here's it installed. There's Sweet Pea. Hey, Sweet Pea. See your one eye? So cute. Looking nice. He's going to move this compressor housing back, because the oil feed needs to be directly up and down, otherwise it will leak oil. I want to see your one eye. What are you eating? She's really concerned because Jethro stole her stick. Tell us how you feel. She's confused. The box truck is one gigantic icicle. To say it's an ice box. It looks so shiny. We're having contact issues with the nipple and the block. But if I took this out, then it would probably help. You know what I mean? You could probably splice a pipe in there, a short pipe, to another coupler, and so you'd have a little bit of a flex section. Trying to clear this brake line. What is it, a brake line? Yeah. Unless you could bend the brake line over a little bit. That's what I tried to do. I couldn't get it to budge. Unless I just try to pull it up from the top. Make it a custom brake line. I'll leave this in here, so. I don't know. We'll figure it out one way or another. I was thinking you could shorten that coupler to make it come out close to the turbo, but you still have the engine that's in the way. I know. But if you did that, then you could... but this is here too. Kind of move that, I think. Well, if you shorten the coupler and it was over in that direction, then you could come out in another 90. Oh, and then have the intake come straight out towards the battery, I guess. The battery sits here, right? Oh wait, it sits up here. Right here, but you can just... Well, you should still have room then. You just have to do 290 pipes, or 290 degree silicone couplers, and just a short connection in there. It's really going to be an S pipe, and then your intake is just going to come out right here. Sideways. That should work. We're gonna have to order some more parts to make the intake work. It doesn't look like it will be that hard to do it. This turbo is the same thing as the turbo that I did for Borman mods, but it's the HX version. So the wheels are the same. The difference is the center cartridge and compressor housing are in the HX version, so they do take a different rebuild kit.